tell you that. From there we go to genetic engineering. What is genetic engineering? Genetic engineering is whereby you change what? The genes of a person. You deliberately change the genes. And in genetic engineering is whereby you can be able to make your own person. Umesikia about clones, right? Yes. Or have you heard about test tube babies? Yes, that is genetic engineering. So you deliberately alter the what? The genes. What are genes? What did your biology teacher tell you genes? It's human composition, right? Yes, so you deliberately alter it. And what are the advantages of genetic engineering? Number one, you can be able to prevent genetic disorders in animals, both in animals and what? In human beings. Because now you are implanting disease-free genes to people or animals. So you can be able to prevent a particular disorder. Also, if these genes can be manipulated in plants, you get a high yield. And it helps people with a lot of hormone deficiency. For example, it restores the normal children, dwarfism. You see dwarfs. They can undergo genetic engineering and then they start, they grow to a normal height. That is genetic engineering. If you know your child will be a dwarf early enough, they can be genetically engineered and then they grow normally like other children. So they are used to do what? To heal or to treat dwarfism. They are also used to increase the rate of growth, especially the rate of growth in animals. Not even animals, even birds, chicken nowadays. See, they are given an injection and then in 1 month it's a whole chicken, you can eat it. Is it in a month or 3 weeks? 3 weeks. That is genetic engineering, whereby you increase the rate of growth. And then also there is you determine the biological parent of a child in case of a dispute. It's called what? When you go and check the DNA, yes? When you're checking the DNA, you're basically manipulating genes to know the biological parent of the child. In Kenya, how much is it to check the biological parent? If the matter is in court, it is for free. The government does it for you for free. But now, if you want to know whether your father is your father or your mother is your mother, how much is it? I'm just asking, I also don't know. What do you do when you go home? You don't watch the news? You don't mingle with people? Okay. Anyway, there is no matter, you won't be able to know. Maybe when you grow up now, I don't know. There is also, it helps in increasing disease-resistant crops because it can be able to alter the traits of animals and also plants. So you can be able to grow plants that are resistant to any diseases. Yes. And I want to give you a good example. Nowadays, we even have maize that you can grow only in where? In dry areas, whereby it grows very fast. It grows even to this height. And then it is full grown, right? Like, for example, in Ukambani, it's called katumani, right? And it can give you a good yield. That has undergone the genetic engineering. Also, it assists during blood screening. Especially before, we talked about blood transfusion. Go clean your face. Is it Motie or who? Go clean your face. Yes. There are many other people. It's only because I'm waiting for you to go to the other end. Tell your friend there. Go clean your face. So, disadvantages of genetic engineering. Number one, it can introduce cancer-causing genes. When you alter the genes, in the process of altering, you can introduce cancer genes. Also, scientists have misused genetic manipulation because they want to come up with an artificial human being. They want to become like God and do things that only God is supposed to do. Also, it can interfere with ecological balances in the atmosphere, because now if we are able to alter the plants, the animals, now the plants that we are growing are not up to the natural system. So they will do what? They will put forth an ecological balance, and then we have a serious pollution. Especially now, because when you're altering the genes, we tend to introduce like fertilizers, right? And now they cause pollution. Those are some of the disadvantages. So as Christians, we support genetic engineering, especially the ones that they are beneficial to human beings. Yes, because some of the genetic engineering produces drugs that can be able to heal diseases or cure any genetics that you have issue. That one we support because it is going to continue with God's creation. Human beings also, we believe that they are made in God's image and they do not have defects. So you are saying this is a dwarf. No, this is a God word creation. It should be left like that. So in one area as Christians, we believe that this is wrong. Because people, even if they have defects, they are good. We believe that they are good in front of God because they were made in God's image. We also we oppose to cloning and test tube babies. Cloning is whereby we take your own genes and we create another person looking just like you. Is cloning real? Or it's a gimmick? Cloning, have you ever seen someone being made exactly like the other person? No, I've never seen. The only person I've seen is someone who's 60 years now, 65, looking like someone who's 20. But it's undergone a lot of Asian or something. It was the other day. It was on. It's called what? TEDx. Yeah, it was. So it was a bit. He looks just as young as you, and he's 65. Oh my God. It was so. But he's undergone. He's eating well, stuff like that. Also, we are opposing to test tube babies because now test tube babies whereby you take the sperm and the egg of the woman to the lab, and then they create what? They're manipulated, then they create a child, and you can be able to create a child that you like. You can manipulate the child so that the child can be a genius or can be whatever you like. It is done. Some of these test tube babies help, but others don't help. If you have a problem with your womb, it is good because the baby will, the fetus will grow for some time in the lab, and then it will be put back in your what? In your womb, and then it will go on. But test tube babies whereby mainly all the growth is taken care in the lab. In Kenya we do it. There's one time we did 6 babies. It's just 500,000, so it's a bit understandable for people who cannot have babies naturally. So nowadays, if you see someone in your area who cannot have children, just do a fundraising on Arambe, yes, and they can have a baby. It is in Kenyatta mainly, in Kenyatta Hospital. So you can Google about it. So everyone should have babies, yes. It is against God's will. Because only God is what? He's supposed to do what? To create a human being. So as Christians, we are against also genetic engineering. Any question? Uliza swali.